When you click the submit button on your VA disability claim, the legal process starts. The system is rigged against us because it's designed to trip us up. Make sure you understand the VA claims process and how the VA is going to view your claim before you file it. I will teach you concepts like the duty to assist, pyramiding, and the combined ratings table in my boot camp, and you can sign up at combatcraig.com. Links in the description. Your VA disability claims are about VA benefits. Your complaints are about your health. You want to keep the two things separated. And you need to talk to your doctors about your complaints and your symptoms, and you don't want to be talking to them about your claim, especially if you're talking to VA doctors. They're going to pull some kind of conflict of interest, or they just get weird when you go in and, hey man, could you hook me up with a Nexus letter? Remember, Veterans Health Administration doctors, treating physicians, they're there to treat you. They're not there to help you win your claim. So just kind of keep that in mind. After you get your VA claims file, you review all the positive and negative medical evidence that's in your file and being used for you and against you. You may determine that you may have to get a doctor involved. If you're going to be using a VA doctor, you need to be very careful with your words. If you need help getting medical evidence, you can send an email to the address right here on the screen. And there's also a phone number in the description. Shoot them an email, see if they can help you out. I know they can help you out with Nexus letters. It may be better for you to go to a private doctor. You don't need to worry about talking to private doctors and telling them that you're filing a claim. You only need to do that with VA doctors. What you say to your private doctor is not going to get into your VA records unless you put it there. So don't put it there. With private doctors, you could shop around and, basically find a doctor that wants to play ball. I call it play ball, but because that's what it is. But basically, you are seeking a diagnosis, symptoms, and a nexus because that's what you need to win your VA claim. I wish it wasn't like this and all goofy and legal and stuff like that, but this is the way that it is. You may need to find a doctor that wants to play ball with you, whether you pay him or he's veteran friendly or whatever the deal is. You could talk to him and you could talk to multiple ones. This guy's wanting to play softball. You need to play hardball. Out of here, on to the next doctor. And you could do that. You could doctor shop around all you want in your local area. It's private, right? Unless you introduce that into your VA records. Now, with VA doctors, everything you say will be part of your permanent record, so it's important to find out what's already on your record and make sure you're careful about what you say and what goes in there from this day forward. Doesn't matter where you're at in the claims process right now. What you do from this point forward, don't make it worse. Go see how bad it is, get your VA claims file, but going forward, you do not need to tell your Veterans Health Administration doctors that you're intending on filing a claim. It's irrelevant. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to get into a weird situation about it, so don't tell them. Review all of your medical records to include your service treatment records, your VA medical records, and your private medical records. You're looking for disabilities that deserve to be service-connected. This always starts with complaints. I would get your medical records in front of you. Grab yourself a highlighter. This is my fake highlighter. You want to highlight all your complaints and then go back through and evaluate the strength of each complaint, right? So you can assign a number to it however you want to organize it. All right, went through my 1,500-page C file. Now I need to assign a value based on the strength of this complaint and the strength on me winning something. Is it even rateable? Is it going to change using the combined ratings table? Come up with a scale. I use 0 to 10. This is about VA claims strategy here. How hard is the disability you're trying to get service connected going to be to get service connected? How much will it increase your rating using the combined ratings table? And if you already have a 50% rating, is it going to get you to 70 or 100 or wherever you're trying to go? Before we get into the next tip I have for you today, I want to take a minute to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Hill and Podden is an accredited VA law firm out of Orlando, Florida, and they've been fighting for veterans for over 30 years. If you're considering lawyering up, you might want to head over to hillandpodden.com to see if they can help you with your appeal, your TDIU claim, or higher legal matter that an accredited lawyer can help you with. All right, this one's important. Don't get fancy. Getting your VA disability claim approved is a legal process, so you're going to have to make a legal argument for each disability you file in your claim. You're making a legal argument to legal and medical professionals, so keep it short, simple, and factual. This is not the time to come up with creative theories and creative legal arguments. Your goal is to get your VA disability claim approved. Do not get sidetracked into thinking that you're going to change the system and change the world of the VA. If that's what you want to do it after you won your claim. Right now, we focus on proving disabilities. Diagnosis, symptoms, nexus. How's the VA rater going to look at it? How's the CNP examiner going to look at it? Is this logical? It's a business transaction. Veterans Benefits Administration's business. Veterans Health Administration is healthcare. There is no limit to the amount of disabilities you can file in one VA disability claim, but I recommend filing no more than 3 disabilities on your next claim. You're going to have to make a legal argument for each one of those disabilities. You're going to have to prove them by using the 3 elements you'd need to establish service connection. So make sure you understand that you need a current diagnosis, current symptoms, and a nexus linking that diagnosis and symptoms to your active duty service. This could also be on a secondary basis. The VA is going to push back on you, and they're going to challenge you by sending you to a CNP exam. If you file a claim that contains 10 different disabilities, you're going to make it much easier for the VA to trip you up in your CNP exam. It's much easier to file a claim for one orthopedic condition like plantar fasciitis than it is to file a claim for your feet, your back, ankle, hips, and your knees. As all those body parts are connected, you may have problems with all of them. I would pick one, especially when you're dealing with under the waist, right? Knees, hips, back, I guess that's above the waist, feet. Focus on one thing. Your feet. You'll be laser focused on your feet, your plantar fasciitis. You won't be talking about your back, your ankle, your hips, and your knees, and weaving in, oh, this does this, and then it goes over here to my hip. It's just feet. You focus on one thing. You're making a legal argument here, and you're making it to a doctor. So it's a legal and a medical argument. The guy's here to trip you up. That's what CNP examiners do. Stick to the facts. Keep it simple. You only need to, answer questions that are relevant to your feet. He's not going to be asking you about your hips if you're not talking about them. You want to do a hip claim? Cool. There'll be plenty of time to do that down the road after you win your claim for your feet. You need to be strategic here, and it needs to work in your overall strategy. Whatever rating you're trying to get, that is your goal. Your first claim, the next claim you file, 3 things, whatever it is, those are part of your strategy. All right, if this gets approved, then I could do this. Then I can hook secondaries on. Then I'll probably be at like 85%, rounded up to 90. I'm going to need another 10 points to get in the Hundo Club. Now I could file this claim. You know what I mean? You need to figure out what fits into your strategy. It all comes down to strategy. It's a numbers game. VA math is goofy math. The combined ratings table, you're working with that. Understand that. Understand what you're up against, what your rating is, all the evidence that's going to be used in your favor, and everything that's going to be, used against you. You should know that before going into any kind of legal argument. What's the negative evidence? Now you know. Make sure you understand the rules of the game before you start playing the game. I teach you how to play the game in my boot camp, and there's more information in the eye above, and you can sign up at combatcraig.com. My boot camp is for all veterans and active duty personnel because you guys are going to become veterans one day soon. It's for everybody. I think all you guys will get some benefit out of this. And I will see you in the next video.